everybody, guys. How's it going? Nurbo here. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hey, Jed, how you doing? Did you see our movie? You talking about Deadpool Wolverine thing? Wait, which one is you and which one is me? If that's where you're going with that. Although that does look like it's gonna be really good. I mean, those Deadpool movies are just awesome. Ryan Reynolds is great at freaking making those. Wolverine? There was an animal he's killing people with the axe so rude. This is not true. This is not true. I do not. They were merely sleeping. You really like this game, huh? I can never get into it.
Pasta, don't watch.
But there are a couple of people who are
Pasta.
really into this stuff.
I'm sorry, Pasta. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you were talking about me, but look at you. Look at you killing people with axes.
I'm sorry, Pasta.
Jeez. You even went for a couple after he was dead. Just disrespecting the corpse like that. Tell Papa to type exclamation mark play in my chat. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm not even sure if Papa's here. You actually came in here before he said anything. Kick W. No, I'm not even sure he's in here yet, Ty. I think you beat him in here. The spotted Jersey fight one.
Like, please, I want to beg and plead every content creator, like, down the road who's never played a classic game in their life, do not, under any circumstances, play Dread as your first Metroid game. This is not meant to be a first Metroid game at all. This was meant for fans of the Metroidvania genre, and also so Nintendo could flex their muscles saying, yeah, we can make a hard game. We know what we're doing. And it's like, oh yeah,
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be my first Metroid game. God, I was drunk. I mean, you got a lot of those, I'll be honest with you. I was gonna say, are you always, but no. I mean, you just have a lot of those, to be honest. God, I still remember your weird concoction of, like, whiskey that you would make by always saving, like, the last cup into a bottle and mixing it all together. I've never heard of that until you. Me too, first Metroid game, Dredge. I've never played, I don't think, any Metroid game, not even Dredge, but if I was to play one, that would probably be the one that I would play, because I think that's the only one on PC at the moment. Right? Is that not on PC? I could swear that one's on PC. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's not on PC. Dredge is on Switch. Okay, I thought that one actually went cross-platform for once, but no, that was wishful thinking. Actually, Ty, since you're here, it's not really in the news, although it is news. I just didn't care to report it. I will mention it to you since you're a big fan. Hades 2 are looking for playtests. They are, if you go on their Steam page, you can sign up to be a playtest for their Hades 2 thing. Doesn't mean you'll be picked, but there's a chance. There's always a chance. So you just go to their Steam page. Underneath pre-order or add to wish list, I should say, there is a playtest thingy there. Actually, you should add it to wish list too. I forgot to do that. Yeah. Dredges on. Isn't Haze 2 to be announced right now? It is. It is. But what a lot of these companies sometimes do, instead of getting a QA department, they will sometimes play test with the public to stress test games. So they are going that route. I kind of like that practice. At the same time, it's like that's also how a lot of shit gets leaked, to be honest. And I really do hate leaks, so I'm kind of crossed between that, whether that's awesome or bad. I have very mixed feelings on that, because there are good and bad things to it, very, very bad things to it, but it is what it is. I mean, I beat Hades. It was fun. It's a really good game. I like Hades a lot too. I didn't like grind it hard. Maybe I'll take it with me when I go on vacation. I need like good offline games that would run on a not so powerful laptop without internet, you know. And like maybe that's a good one. I my energy is down because I'm just tired today, guys. I apologize. if I sound a little monotone, it's just because it's been a very long day and I did a lot of things today. As you guys noticed, I'm kind of starting to stream a little bit later than my usual of late. So yeah, I'm just like a little bit worn ragged, but we're fine. We're gonna get through this. Let me get my stuff open here. All right, we're gonna start with the news and go right into it. First one up is Landfall's Twitter page. They posted that Content Warning has hit 1 million sold copies, which is impressive considering that they actually gave out 6.6 free million copies. So that's 7.6 million people that they have reached with this game. That is a very impressive game for a indie game that literally came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, no advertise. Like, they basically had no advertisement budget. Ironically, okay, I'm gonna say this: it's an $8 game. They probably spent less in advertising by giving out free copies versus actually advertising the game. That was very genius on their part. I'll be honest with you. Following that, nice bit of news. I like when I have good news to like report, because there's always such shitty news to report like this. Ubisoft has come under fire once again upon fans noticing its highly anticipated Jabba the Hutt mission is locked behind having the season pass content of the season of the pre-order. The season pass reveals it includes a Jabba the Hutt Gambit mission at launch, which is an optional extra on top of the standard $70. Basically, the game versions you would have to purchase for this are the $109.99 gold editions, or even the more expensive $129.99 ultimate editions. So yeah, apparently they are withholding a mission that is not a DLC to a specific higher tier edition that you would have to buy of the game, which is kind of scummy. Really hate when like they do practices like this in video games. There's a lot like that has gone by the radar and people have kind of let slide. It's really scummy when they do shit like this, though. They take the whole monetizing thing way too far sometimes. Like giving the people game early, a couple days early, or like even putting microtransactions for cosmetics in the games, like that's already going pretty far. But like, to withhold content like that, and it's not even like a DLC like content drop, like that is messed up. It's an option mission, not main. You can't be mad about it. You can be mad, Chad. You can be very mad about that. You should be mad about that. You can't let shit like this slide, because like, yes, it's an optional mission, but you got to realize that like people who are Star Wars fans want to do Jabba the Hutt mission. Like, they really, really want that. And it's like, it's one thing if it's like an entire content drop, like a DLC, you know what I mean? Something like that. But it's not. It's like a little side quest that probably is a really cool Easter egg and a really awesome experience, and it's being withheld under a paywall. Like, that's kind of really scummy. Especially when it's something that's being released at launch. Okay? We're not talking about a season pass type thing. We're not talking about that, Chad. We're not talking about like a DLC that's supposed to come a couple of months later because it's still in development or something like that. No. We're talking about something that's literally there that you have to pay to unlock. And I'm going to be honest with you, this BS is kind of not new, but this is kind of how it starts, and then it gets worse. Because the next thing you know, perfect example, you have Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, which is a fantastic game. But if you wanted to do New Game Plus, you had to pay extra. And that is scummy. That is very, very scummy. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a New Game Plus already in that game. It makes no sense to pay extra for stuff like that. And that's kind of how that starts. People start doing things like this. They start testing the water to see what they can get away with. So you should be mad. Because eventually what's going to happen is like you're going to buy a game, and if you want the ending, you're going to have to pay extra for it, Chad. That's what's going to happen eventually. That's where this goes. you want it, you pay for a game, you played 60 hours, now you want to beat the final boss, guess what? You got to pay extra. Is that what you want? I mean, D2 did it with paywall with the dungeons. Yes, they did. They did, and they did it in the worst way possible that like allowed for them to get away with it, because they did it to people who did not buy the deluxe editions, which was not the majority of Destiny players. So the amount of people that got screwed on that were much smaller, and so they had smaller voices. It was a very scummy but very smart move on their play. Where like Ubisoft is doing the bad move on the dumbest way, because here's the game's about to launch and they're now revealing it a couple of months prior to launch to every single person who's buying the game. You see what I mean? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of voices. I'm just saying they could have done that a lot more smartly. Guess I'm pre-ordering the gold edition then. You see? And they got you. And that's how they got you. So instead of paying $70 for the game, which is already kind of significant, now you're going to pay $110. That's an oil change right there you could have saved, Chad. That's an oil change on your car that's probably going to die in the next trip that you take that you could have saved. Moving on from that bad news, we have some good news, I guess you could say. We have coming to Game Pass. Let's see. As of today, we have Harold Halibut. Orcs Must Die 3. EA Sports 24. Oh, by the way, these are all Xbox console and cloud. The Xbox console, PC, and cloud. Except for EA Sports 24. For some reason, that's only on console, which I don't understand why. Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. That will be coming out tomorrow on cloud, console, and PC. Another Crab's Treasure on cloud, console, and PC as of the 25th. Manor Lords. Apparently it's just a game preview, so it's not even like the full game. Interesting. That will be on the 26th. It's the first time that they've put one of those on Game Pass, I think. Have a Nice Death, cloud, console, and PC as of the 30th. And then we have DLCs. We have Ark Survival Ascended Scorched Earth, available now. Conan Exiles, Age of War Chapter 4. Grounded Fully Yoked Edition, all available now. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Perks will be Fallout 76, Vault 33 Survivor Kit, Elder Scrolls Online 10th Anniversary Pack number 1, also available now, and leaving as of the 30th is 7 Days to Die. Oh, that's ironic. That's very ironic, and you guys will see at the end of all of this, because I have a pretty interesting trailer for yourselves. Besieged, Cloud Console and PC, EA Sports NHL 22 for the console only, which is weird. Loot River, Cloud Console and PC, Pikaniku, Cloud Console and PC, and Ravenlaw, Cloud Console and PC. I have maintained for life. Don't put that evil on me. I'm not putting evil on you. I'm just saying they got you, unfortunately. and I am angry for you because I will definitely not be buying the game because I don't really buy new release games to begin with. I'm too poor. All my money goes to my daughter now. Anyway, we have some more bad news. Void Interactive, the developers behind Ready or Not, have been the victim of a massive data breach. Over 4 terabytes of data was stolen. The ransom group announced in March that it had access to the data. Since then, however, Void Interactive has not mentioned any sort of breach or concern regarding Ready or Not. This data includes all of the Ready or Not source code. It also includes codes for what appear to be console builds of the game, as well as the results of various performance tests. Luckily, what doesn't appear to be impacted in any way from what was gathered is personal information of players or staff members at Void. Everything appears to be strictly centered around the game itself. That is unfortunate that has happened. But now we know that apparently that is coming to consoles soon. Wow, I got pants. What's up, Cooch? How you doing? Band hammer. Nice. Good. How are you doing? All right. Having a very kind of slow news day because my head's a little slow at the moment. Long day. I really want to play this game. Plague Tale.
Oh, I got a knife. Wait.
Where did that person come from?
Knife from the guy's head.
Maybe he had an accident?
Oh my god, that is brutal.
Maybe he just tripped and fell. Plague Tale Requiem. Good game, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I 100% believe it. Alright. This is some more bad news. Sony today updated the last chance to play section on its PS Plus service, revealing far away and away.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I didn't do fucking shit.
I believe it. Neither have I. I haven't done my part today either. The PS Plus section revealing far and away that the biggest batch of PS5 and PS4 titles leaving at once. On May 21st, 2024, a whopping 25 games will be taken off. The complete list is as followed: Abuzu, Adrift, How to Survive 2, The Artful Escape, Ashen, Last Stop, I Am Dead, Absolver Downfall, My Friend Pedro, The Messenger, Jotun, Sundered, World of Fantasy, and World of Final Fantasy. I do want to play that game, actually. This is the Police 2, Elix, Monster Jam, Steel Titans 2, Minute, Observation, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8 Remastered, Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, which is, in my opinion, the worst one ever made, Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, and Final Fantasy X and X2 HD Remastered. That is kind of nuts, mainly because, like, the last few months, they've been putting a lot more games on their pass than Xbox has been putting. Like, Xbox has been throwing on, like, 4 or 5 games a month. And PlayStation has been putting on like 8 to 7 games every single month. I thought they were trying to catch up to Xbox, but apparently not. Like, I wonder if it's because like they finally have a certain amount of subscribers and they're just like, all right, let's tone it back a bit. Curious, but sucks for PS Plus people. Really sucks. I believe that coming from. I'm doing my part. When me and Nero have a movie, he's about to show the trailer. No, that trailer won't be here. We do games, we don't do movies. But yeah, the Deadpool 3 movie does look pretty good. Next up, more bad news. Paradox Interactive addressed its disappointed City Skylines 2 fans in a letter this week in an attempt to win back the trust of its player base. They will be changing the beach pack, right? I think that's what it's called. The beach properties pack to be a free addition to the game and refund it to the extent possible. Basically, what they're doing is basically, man, I really should have proofread this. This is what happens when you do stuff really late. Basically, the problem here is the Ultimate Edition. It will not be possible to offer refunds for Ultimate Edition buyers. This is due to the distribution of the Ultimate Edition across digital and physical storefronts, which creates significant complexities for executing a partial refund. They will instead compensate the Ultimate Edition holders by adding 3 creator packs and 3 radio stations, which together sum up a value of $39.99 US. They will also completely focus on improving the base game and modding tools before Colossal Order, which I guess is their next DLC, Colossal Order, which is the developers, spends time on any new paid content, resulting in a move of the Bridges and Ports expansion, that's the next DLC, to 2025. So basically, to sum up, they are pushing their next DLC back to 2025, which I'm assuming was supposed to come out this year. And the dev team is only going to focus on getting the game running properly. As well as they're going to refund all the people who bought the most recent DLC, which is the Beach Properties DLC. And for anyone who bought Ultimate Editions, well, you're going to get some more free content, basically. Nice. Paradox has been doing a lot of, like, apologizing and cleanup, which is good, because, like, their last few games have not been up to par, to say the least. To continue the Paradox movement here, Paradox Interactive have made the hard decision to delay Prison Architect 2 from May 7th, which was going to be next month, to September 3rd. The reason for this delay are the issues regarding memory usage and minimum spec configuration failures. They have been emerging console players. Minimum spec configuration failures that have been emerging. Console players will receive an automated refund because, unfortunately, that's just how that market works. And that's per platform policy as well. Whenever you delay a game that's supposed to come out at a certain time, consoles kind of have the console stores fronts have to kind of have a thing where it's like you have to refund everybody. That's just how that works, unfortunately. So pre-orders will be available, but you will need to purchase the game again if you're on console to secure the pre-order bonus. Steam players who wish to refund their game can use the refund option via customer support. So, as I was saying, there's a weird policy with console. Like, if they change the date on a release, per policy of console, I don't know why, console policies, they have to issue refunds to every single person. And then if the people want to still buy into your game, they have to buy again. Where Steam doesn't do that, Steam, your pre-order holds, the date just changes, but you are allowed to make a refund. Which, honestly, you can kind of make a refund, I think, at any point, even with pre-orders. So, yeah, nothing really changes there, I'll be honest with you. So, that is the news segment of today. Not a lot of stuff. We got some trailers, not crazy amount, but we got some. So, we will, of course, jump right into that. The first trailer is a game that actually just launched on early access. This is a game called No Rest for the Wicked.
Peggy 18.
So, it's true. The king is dead.
We find ourselves in a place we never sought. The threat of anarchy swells beneath us.
Done begging for scraps. We take what we need.
A plague that spent 1,000 years confined to stories is now clawing at
These
our
guys are
feet.
so good on cinematic art, man. If you guys didn't notice in the beginning, these are the same people who made the Ori games.
Is a punishment upon those who have lost their faith.
Like, it's so gorgeous.
God's chosen, descended on high. History will remember how we answer. No matter the cost.
I'll play it. It looks good, man. It looks honestly really, really good. Yeah, this is already in early access, by the way. And then, funny enough, I commented on this last week, but man, Fat Shark are amazing developers. I really wish they would experiment with more genres of games instead of just the live service stuff. But here is 40K Dark Tide Path of Redemption, a free update DLC, which I think is crazy that not only are they releasing a free new update to Vermintide 2, but a free new update to Darktide as well. That's just awesome, man. They're so good at what they do. I do wish that they would like try and experiment with something different though. But I imagine these live service type games probably take up a lot of their time. Then we have a Sandland trailer here. This also looks really good.
Have to end up like this?
Weird music choice though. I'm gonna let you know right now. This is a really, really weird music choice.
said your prayers yet?
It fits, don't get me wrong. I still think it's a weird music choice.
Everyone underestimates Prince Beelzebub, but when he snaps, you'll learn the meaning of fear.
This is what happens when you choose to defy heaven.
Like, I'd let an angel be more evil.
They call this scorching, desolate desert Sandland.
It looks so good.
Where the heck am I?
Wait a minute. Wait a fluffing minute. Isn't this the Dragon Ball Z world? There's probably some weird Easter egg thing here. Where he goes through a portal and lands in like Dragon Ball Z universe. Then we have probably the most exciting game of the year. Here is Little Kitty Big City. The dude made this manga as well. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, it said that in the beginning. Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace. The Fluff never got its own game. You didn't know about this game, Cooch? This should be really interesting, because I think there's like an actual kind of story to it. That looks like it's gonna be such an adorable game to play. Next up, we have this weird thing. I'm actually curious to see what gameplay looks of this, but very, very curious. So let's check it out, and then you guys let me know what you guys think. It's a really weird thing, but kind of cool looking at the same time. This is Astro Pulse Reincarnation, by the way.
It's only human to hope.
Needs a multiplayer mode. That would actually probably be really good.
But as darkness silently crawled around, that world was gone without a whisper.
is a lie, a trap. It shackles you, weakens you. A tightening grip that never unfolds. But what is hope if not the willingness to sacrifice everything?
Some weird ass trailer, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is made by asshats who made Score? I don't know. Like, I think this is their only game. Imaginary Studios is the name of the devs on here. You go to their site, this is the only game that they seem to be showing, so I think it's only this game?
Your past is a prison. Your memories betray you. And yet your destiny remains unwritten. I choose you, for you are king.
The weird thing about this trailer is, like, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. Like, I got, like, for example, like, I've gotten some weird StarCraft slash Resident Evil slash Nemesis vibes out of this. Like, there's so many things in this that I'm just so curious what this is. What the hell is happening? Exactly.
Join me. A new age is upon us.
Like, there's that girl is constantly talking throughout this whole trailer, so like, and she kind of reminds me of Kerrigan. And there's like bugs all over the place too. And then there's like these zombie creatures. And that mother fluffer apparently has a gun, and he's like Nemesis. There's so much going on in this that, like, I'm really curious to see gameplay on this, to know what this actually is. Like they got my attention. I'm curious now. Like, what actually is this? Following that, we have, I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but a game called Chim? I don't know. But it looked interesting. So, essentially, what it looks like you're doing is you're basically leapfrogging through shadows. Which kind of looks interesting. Yeah, it's a cute little game, right? It's the first thought I got when I saw that is like, this is an interesting twist on, I guess, platforming. Because essentially what you're doing is like you're just hopping through the whole level. Then we have another game called SteamWorld Heist 2.
The morning I wake up to the sea breeze. I can feel it, but I see it in the trees. All around it is a life of undelightment. Oh, when I wake up, it's waiting there for me. Can you feel it, this life of undelightment? Oh, I can feel it all through my metal being. Ooh, yes, I must confess, I can see the sunshine tossed into the churning leaves. I can see the wind fight. Oh no, I must have shown too much of my ways.
It's interesting. Looks to be like a turn-based combat slash like physics type thing.
Is a life of undelightment.
I'm also assuming there's some kind of like puzzle mechanic to all that.
It'll be waiting there.
Looks like a mobile game. A little bit, I guess. I think it's not on mobile. Actually, I was gonna say I think it's also on mobile, but apparently not. This looks like the type of game that would be on mobile. Next up, we have a game called Skur Ritual. So, I think I kinda heard about this one. It's supposed to kind of be like a semi like Vampire Survivors first person type game to a degree. Or maybe not this one. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. Maybe this one actually is like a story RPG. It looks like. Hey, I think I'm thinking of another one. A lot of zombies to kill. Looks like that. The only thing is, like, you can tell this is pretty indie. Because the ragdoll effect is pretty hefty on certain things that they were doing there, like the grenades. Next up, we have... I thought this was pretty interesting. Here's a game called Stitch, which is literally a crocheting game. 010 can't stitch dick buttons. I mean, I was gonna say maybe there's like a kind of like Mario Maker where like there's like player made designs. Maybe they have the same thing there, but then again, like Nintendo would probably never allow something like that on their thing. There's a very strong possibility that that's just not gonna be there. Next up, we have a game called
Night City is the city.
No, not Night City. No, not Night City. We have a game called Yasha: Legends of the Demon Blade. This was interesting because this kind of reminded me of like a weird online game I played way back for like a few minutes. Gotta pay attention when it's time to penis. Oh god.
The future is threatened by enemies often.
Anytime anyone has the ability to draw what do they do? They make a penis. I mean, you're probably not wrong. The thing is, like, Nintendo filters all that stuff, so like Nintendo will remove that. They filter that, but they don't filter their e-store, which is kind of hilarious. This next game is called Sklash, which I thought looked pretty interesting. It's basically like a duel. Now, the interesting thing is like one slash ends it. So it's all about getting that one strike in.
Understand. I must avenge him. I will make sure you don't get up again this time. You stole her from me. You know nothing.
They've already made this. It's called Dive Kick. I think I heard of that game. Because there is another game like this.
You can't survive my wrath.
Oh no, this isn't the game I'm thinking
You
of.
finally got what you deserve.
But they did make another game like this that's also with sword and samurai stuff, and it's all like about the one strike. That's coming out literally in like 2 weeks. And then the last trailer of the day, which I kind of put here mainly because of the fact that, one, we are playing this game later, and we also have a mod and streamer buddy who is really into this game. So I thought this was going to be some interesting news for them, as they probably don't know about this. So here is 7 Days to Die, the Alpha Exodus trailer, which is the road to 1.0, the full release and out of early access launch.
With more than a decade of development, 7 Days has accomplished more than our team or critics could have ever imagined. After nearly 12 years, many consider 7 Days to be the crown jewel of survival games on the market today.
12 years in development.
We've seen our game and audience grow and evolve over the years. It's been shown at trade shows and had countless early access releases. We've had a few speed bumps along the way, but we think the team, community, and game are ready for the next steps. I'm Richard Hunick, co-founder of the Fun Pimps and creator of 7 Days
Take
to
notes,
Die.
Star
And I'm
Citizen
going to
kicked
share the
them.
details about 7 Days to Die.
Dude, and Star
leading early
Citizen has
access
like
and the launch
50
of
times their
1.0.
budget. Like, don't get me wrong, 7 Days to Die made some money, but like, they never made nowhere near as much as Star Citizen.
Up to this point, we referred to 1.0 as Alpha 22, but internally, our plan has always been for Alpha 22 to be version 1. It's been the source of a lot of excitement for the team and what the future holds for the game. What does that mean for the game? It means everything we promised is still coming. We haven't forgotten about our remaining Kickstarter goals and the features we promised over the years. We are still planning on supporting 7 Days to Die, as we always have. Many of those features will be outlined on our roadmap. Future alpha updates will turn into major content patches.
So, before we continue the trailer, I just want to point this out. We have June is officially 1.0 full release out of alpha. Then it's also be console launch in July. At the end of the fourth quarter of this year, we have Storms Brewing, which is a weather system. There's some new stuff coming too, by the way, with that. But I'm not too... I don't really care too much about this. Mostly because a lot of this is already in the game, and it's mostly just tightening up. But this is interesting. Weather system and bioprogression overhaul. Wardrobe system. Crossplay random gen for console. So we're going to have crossplay now. Plus additional zombie stages spawn near friends. You'll be able to finally spawn near your friend with Storm Brewing, which is a little sad that that's not here. Twitch drops, outfits. So we're going to start seeing some Twitch drops for this stuff. Papa's going to love that. Outfit DLCs and more. Then we have, in the second quarter of 2025, we have a new threat. Bandits. Not just zombies now. We're going to have bandits. UI main menu overhaul. Event systems. We're going to have events happening. And new quest types. And then 2025, the road ahead, they're going to have the trader overhaul, an actual story mode. So we might have to do, at the end of 2025, a actual playthrough of this. Steam Workshop support and new quest types.
We will still have
That's kind of
builds,
exciting.
Stable releases going to consoles and other PC markets once they're ready. So when does 1.0 launch? We're currently planning for an experimental release in late May and a stable 1.0 launch in June. We'll have exact release dates as we get closer. With the launch of stable 1.0, the current retail price of the game will increase to match the cost of the new console edition, which we'll cover later. If you currently own 7 Days to Die on PC or purchase it before 1.0's launch, then nothing will change. You will still get all major free updates coming. The only real change is that anyone who has not purchased the game by the launch of 1.0 will have to purchase it at a new price. Speaking of sales, we're running a last chance week-long deal starting next Monday on Steam. We are sharing this because we wanted to give all players the opportunity.
Guys got 7 days.
On Steam at the lowest discount
Literally from
price
today,
on
April 29th. It's 7 days from
This week-long
today
sale will start April 22nd.
to get your
So if you're
76%
still on
off.
the fence after 10 years, it's never been a better time. The number one comment we hear on social media is, when is the new 7 Days to Die console version coming out? Folks, you won't have to wait much longer. The game looks great and runs surprisingly smooth. And that means 7 Days to Die PC 1.0 stable will be the launch version for consoles. We are working on the exact dates, but know that it's coming soon after 1.0 launch on PC. Consoles will launch digitally only, and certain features like crossplay and generating additional random gen worlds may come in post-launch patches. So what does that mean for the legacy console version owners? Due to the differences between old and current hardware, the Legacy Edition cannot be upgraded, and the new version will have to be purchased. However, we are working closely with Sony and Microsoft to provide a discount to the digital Legacy console version owners. We'll have more news on this in the coming weeks. Also, when the new console edition launches, the Legacy version will be delisted from the digital storefronts. You'll still be able to play the old game, but can no longer purchase it. This is being done to avoid product and brand confusion. Today we posted a comprehensive FAQ alongside our work in progress roadmap image, with more details coming soon. Next week, we'll hold the last chance sale. After that, our focus will be on getting 1.0 experimental out, followed by the full 1.0 stable launch on Steam. We'll have more information on 1.0's official release, console's release, and the roadmap's planned release dates this summer, so stay tuned. When we first set out to make 7 Days to Die, we never thought our game would bring this much interest or have this much success. This would not be possible without the continued support of our incredible community who have stood by us for over a decade, and we thank you for that. We will continue to support 7 Days to Die for as long as our community is hungry for more content. But know this, 7 Days is our team's greatest passion, and TFP will continue to make content and add new features and grow this franchise because it's our favorite game too. We look forward to a bright future with many exciting releases. Thank you for watching.
It's exciting. It's been a long road, but we're finally here. Thank you to each and every single community and member fan who have continued to stick with us over the last decade. As well as those who have just started to enjoy 7 Days to Die recently. We appreciate and continued support and hope you'll stick with us for the next stage of 7 Days to Die. I mean, I bought this literally when it became popular on Twitch, when they first went into early access. 12 years. I didn't even realize it's been 12 years since they've been working on this. That must be such a huge thing for them to finally go 1.0. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy for them, and like, I really hope they get all that stuff out, which I feel confident that they will. They've been sticking with it for quite some time. Now, that kind of covers news and trailers. So really quick, I'm going to say, as I always say, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Each one of those helps to grow the channel and hopefully turn this dream into a reality. So I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you're watching this on Twitch live at the moment, we are going to be jumping in with Fader and Papa, who are already, I believe, in the 7 Days to Die thing. So let's go ahead and join them and have some fun there. I gotta change some stuff here too while I'm at it.